DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God.
Wake that ass up. The Breakfast Club is on.
I am feeling blessed. I'm talking to the Breakfast Club this morning.
Okay.
I love coming here. I'm never not going to come here. You guys are good to me. In return, I'm always going to be good to y'all.
For a lot of people in the hip-hop generation, the Breakfast Club is where people get their information on the topics, on the artists, and everything like that. In that aspect, radio is still important.
The Breakfast Club.
When my name come up, respect it.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ Envy.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday.
Yes, it's Thursday.
That's right. Sitting here trying to remember a new password, man. I don't know why we do it to ourselves. Why can't we just have one password for every single thing that we sign? And they tell you not to. They tell you that's the stupidest thing to do. But so we try to have all these different passwords for different things. I literally just couldn't get into my computer yesterday, changed my password. Now I can't even remember.
No, you can't.
They have an actual app where it can store your passwords. It's like a safekeeping forum.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. I don't like stuff like that.
Yeah, only reason you always know your password.
Yeah, but I don't like anybody giving me an app to tell me to keep something safe. Because I feel like they can at least get into the app. Who are these people that we're trusting with this information?
Well, the thing is the app.
And I was going to say, in that case, anybody can get your password to anything. Like, you can't trust anything that's online, right? No apps because you have banking apps.
No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. So these people get your information. So these people, like, what's those apps where they get on and they talk and they tell you that nobody can hear your conversation? It's like private conversations.
Oh, I never had that.
So what's the name of that? You know what I'm talking about.
I know the name of it. I know what you're talking about.
But it's like, yo, somebody can hear you. Is all I'm saying. Somebody has access to that information.
Well, it's the same thing for me with the app. Like, you put all your passwords in that app and somebody breaks into your app, they get all your passwords.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's why you need the double verification. So, every time somebody tries to log in or do something, it sends you a message with a code that you have to verify to your cell phone.
I don't know if can you do that with that app on your iPhone? Oh, I don't know.
If somebody tries to log in from someplace else.
But I just think everybody just need the same requirements. Like, they'd be like, you have to have a capital, then you have to have a small, then a number, then
it's too much.
It's confusing. Then the numbers can't be consecutive. Then it's
too much, bro.
I change my password at least once a day, once every other day. I have to change the password because I don't remember it.
Some things I don't care about. Like, I don't care about the password on my computer at work.
Like, guess what? I just got in, and you know what? I feel like I've been typing the same password 5 times in a row. I don't even know what I did different just now, but I'm in now. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone?
Good morning. Yes, good morning.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
It's Thursday.
Yes, Thursday. Weekend is almost here. I know on the East Coast we're about to get a storm, they say. They say midnight storm's going to hit this side of the country, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how nasty it'll get.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is winter.
Yeah,
definitely winter.
Winter's here. All right.
Allegedly.
There's going to be snowstorms in the Midwest. We'll tell you about all the weather situations, and we'll tell you about Flurona.
Anybody got time for all of this, right? Okay, people are sick. There's something out here, people. We don't know what it is.
It follows.
It's 7 different levels of COVID, 7 different variants. Now it's Flurona, and you got the regular flu. Mm-hmm. It's just too much.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you anymore.
And shout to my DJ brother K Slay, DJ K Slay. They say he has COVID and he's in the hospital. And just pray for him. He's a good brother, good DJ. Strong on his hip hop thing, real hip hop, and they say that he needs your prayers right now. So.
Yeah, definitely pray for K Slade. Pray for everybody that's in the hospital dealing with COVID and Flurona and Omicron and Howard. What is it? Howard? Is it Hampton or Howard? IHU, all of it. Yeah, it's crazy out here, bro.
All right, well, let's get the show cracking. Front page news. What we talking about?
Flurona.
Oh boy. All right.
I don't know her. I don't want to meet her either.
All right. Well, we'll get into that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get into some front page news. Now, last night, the Brooklyn Nets took on the Indiana Pacers. The Nets won last night, 129-121. They came back from, they were down 19. Kyrie Irving, this was his first game back since June. He scored 22 points. And this is what he had to say after the game.
Oh, man, it felt amazing, man. I don't want to take this for granted. A long time coming. It's been months, man. So just to get back here in Indiana, play against a good Pacers team. I know they're missing a few players, But we just want to come out with a resilient attitude and just do the right things on both ends of the floor. That first half was horrible. We got to be honest with each other. That was horrible. Gave up almost 70 points. We came out in the second half with a resolved attitude.
And also shout to Lance Stevenson, Brooklyn native. He signed, I guess, a 10-day contract with the Pacers. They're bringing all these players back because of the COVID protocol. He dropped 20 in the first quarter.
Yeah, I saw that. Salute to Kyrie, too. I just thought it was interesting after the game. Kyrie was saying how, this situation isn't the ideal situation. But I'm like, you're the one who created the situation. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was talking about the odds that are, stacked against him. And I'm like, oh, nobody's holding you back. Like, those odds, you're one of those odds. You're stacking them against yourself. You made a choice.
What else we got, Easy?
All right, Flurona. This is something new that we're learning about. Israel has reported the first case of rare double COVID and flu infection. And they said they're studying the case to determine whether the combination of the two infections can cause a more serious illness. They also said here in the United States, a COVID testing site in L.A. confirmed the first known local case of Flurona. And officials said a child tested positive for both the flu and COVID. In addition, the boy's mother tested positive for COVID the next day.
I don't know what to say anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell y'all. Flurona, last name definitely Jefferson.
I wonder how fast something like this could spread. It always starts off with there's only 8 cases.
Yeah, it's going to be spread.
The next thing you know,
it almost feels like, we just create news because tomorrow's going to be another name, then the next week is going to be another name.
You got to start giving them last names.
Next week's going to be another name.
Because Flurona going to have variants, right? So right now you got Flurona Jefferson. So the variant going to be Flurona Jackson. Then maybe a Flurona Jenkins. You know what I mean? That's going to happen.
All right, and temperatures are dropping across the nation. The Midwest snowstorm ushers in the cold air for another storm. So they're saying that is going to be heading this way also. According to reports, also in the South, there's going to be freezing rain and snow potential, and that's going to go from Tennessee to eastern Kentucky. So right now they said there's going to be more travel nightmares, and a lot of people are already concerned. So if you are planning to travel over the weekend, just make sure you pay attention in the D.C. area. They said there's winter storm watches that are being considered as yet another winter storm is coming into focus, but they said the heaviest is going to be in the Northeast.
And also, too, back to Flurona, how do we know COVID isn't a form of influenza? Or is it? I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
A form of SARS, I thought.
Oh. But how do we know that there's not forms of COVID that are forms of influenza? Therefore, the reason it's Flurona is because it's actually detecting influenza, but we're still saying it's COVID. I don't freaking know.
It's above my pay grade, bro.
It's above my pay grade.
But they did say a lot less people are getting the flu vaccination right now.
Oh, man.
My dad, when he went and got his booster, he got the flu vaccine also. I don't know if I could do both at once, but
I don't know.
I guess it's
I'm sure you could, though, because when kids go to get their shots for school, they go to get more than one vaccine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they go to
I'd be nervous because you never know how it's going to make you feel. Because, some people, after they get their vaccination, they're like, okay, I was down for a couple of days. So.
And never forget, too, man, the day was the day that an attempted coup in this country happened.
Oh, yeah, we'll be talking about that in the next hour on Front Page News.
January 6th, where domestic terrorists tried to overturn the results of the election. Politicians, citizens, all in cahoots. And guess what? A year later, the plan is working.
All right. Well, that is Front Page News. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. Phone lines are wide open. Tell us if you're having a good morning, good day, bad night, whatever it may be. 800-585-1051. Hit us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Tonight.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
What's up, MB? It's your boy Jordan from Harlem. What's up, y'all?
What's up, brother? Get it off your chest.
Yo, MB, I want to talk to you about that post that you made about selling Tampa.
Oh, we were just talking about that. Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
Yee, what up? Charlamagne, what up, y'all?
Peace, King.
So listen, I 100% agree with you. I'm watching it right now. I'm on episode 8. Listen, I ain't seen no house selling. I wanted to learn about real estate. I ain't learned nothing, honestly speaking.
Yeah, I mean, and I wasn't attacking the women. Shout out to all those women on the show. I was attacking the producers that do Selling Sunset and Selling No. They're totally two different shows, and I feel like when they portray white women in the white show, it was totally different than when they portrayed my sisters, and I just didn't like that. Like, I didn't see any houses being sold. They said they sold one house, but think about it, 6 episodes and they only show selling one house, and them sisters sell houses, and I'm like, I just didn't like they got them arguing on there, and they show more about other things than them actually doing the real estate business. I felt like it was kind of embarrassing how they showed it, and I just didn't like that. I felt the producers could have did it a lot differently, and I hate the way that they show us in the light when they show white people in a different light. It's the same show, same producers, just a different city, and I just thought that was effed up. Now everybody got their panties in a bunch and want to attack, but
before you cut me off,
that's what it was.
Before you hang up on me, yo, I want to shoot my shot for a job. Listen, I'm 23 years old. I'm from Harlem. I got a good head on my shoulders. I already work at a financial institution. I need to start in a media company. So whoever's out there, hit me up on Instagram, j.o_007. j.o_007. I love y'all, Breakfast Club. Have a good morning.
Peace, King.
He was like, enough of that.
Yeah,
now, the real reason I called.
I need a job. I ain't mad at him.
He right. That's a good segue. He kept it moving.
Good morning, people. Good morning.
What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
Hey, what's going on? Yo, well, let me say it like this. Happy New Year to Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, and of course the beautiful Angela Yee.
Right back to you, King.
Happy New Year.
So I want to explain this January 6th issue, right? I really think those, especially the politicians that participated in that event, should not be able to be running for office again and to be charged.
That's a fact.
But because you think about it, they tweeted out locations of sitting members, and those people could have actually carried through with those, threats that was being made. So my thing is, I think they should carve out a legislation bill in the House to basically put these people out on blast. Like, yo, how can you trust somebody after that? Somebody who tried you kill.
You can't. Members of Congress will tell you that they don't feel like they haven't felt safe in that building since.
Right. So this is my thing. It's like the lackluster attitude going into this new election year. Like, I really feel like now we have to start positioning ourselves as a country to find out where we're going to go, because I really feel like this two-party system ain't working, and the way they uphold white supremacy is going to really disrupt everything now.
And Democrats going to get a rude awakening in the midterms this year. And I've been saying all year, when the Republicans get control of the House and the Senate, they're going to impeach Biden. What did Ted Cruz say yesterday? He said, when we get control in 2022, we probably got a lot of reasons to impeach Joe Biden.
Let me ask you a question. I seen a video of Joe Biden yesterday, and I thought this was old. I thought maybe they doctored it.
Oh, he said 2020?
He said 2020 is going to be a
He's
better
an
year.
old man, bro. He fought in front of royalty. He don't know that we in 2022.
So that was real?
Old
That
man.
was real? He didn't
Yes, that was real.
Goodness.
But it was a misspeak.
I mean, we misspeak all the time up here.
That's
so
hard, though. 2022, to say 2020. If he just said 2021, I understand.
2022 is...
We just got here. But 2020?
He confused me. I thought maybe I was in 2020. I didn't know what year it was.
If he would have said 2021, I'm like, okay, y'all reaching. But 2020? Ugh.
All right, well, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Let's go.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
Say it with your chest.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
What's going on, DJ Envy? This is Carlos from H-Town.
Carlos, what up, brother? Get it off your chest.
Listen, first off, I want to wish everybody a happy new year.
Same to you, brother.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, King.
Angela Yee, DJ Envy, man, you guys are awesome in everything that you do for everybody, man.
Thank you, brother.
Check this out. I was hearing y'all talk about COVID and the flu, and they call it flu-rona or something like that.
Flurona Jefferson.
I got that like a year ago.
You had the flu and COVID at the same time?
At the same time.
Sheesh.
At the same damn time.
How down were you?
But actually, I didn't feel bad. It was around this time last year. I was watching football, go Packers, and my wife was like, I woke up with a fever, and she was like, you need to go to the doctor. I said, why? I just got a fever, man. Give me something. And it went away. I'm like, I'm not going to go nowhere. I'm watching the game. So she was on me all day long. Well, you're not going to work until you go get checked out. So I said, well, I'll go after the game was over, after Green Bay Packers. So the game was off like 8:30. Went to the urgent care, and the lady did the test or whatever, and she came back, and she peeked in the room, and she said, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. I said, what's going on? She said, well, we detected the flu, and you not only have the flu, you have corona as well. And she was like, you like the third person that come in here today like this. You said you're the only person that look like you're fine. I said, well, I feel fine.
They probably didn't have a name for it then.
Definitely have a name for it.
Hey, question, is there, because I've never done it, so I don't know. Is there a flu test? Like there's COVID tests?
I think there's a flu test. There's
Yeah,
a flu
they can
test.
just see if you have the flu.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, but they put that thing down and touched my tonsils, and I thought I was going to die.
He put that thing down his throat.
Yeah, that was the worst part, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but it did, about 3 days later, it did kick in to where, I was off work for like a good month because I felt every muscle in my body ache. You know how you ain't been to the gym in like a year and then you go back full force?
Yep.
And that's what I felt like the whole time. And of course, my wife wouldn't let me out of my room, so they fed me. They put a food tray at the floor of the door. So I had to stay in the room for 3 weeks. And they'll knock on the door and say, hey, your food is out here. So I opened the door, grabbed the food like I was in prison.
Well, bro, I'm glad you didn't die. This story too long for us not to have a crazy ending. All right, you said all that to say what?
He was good.
All right,
he had Florona before it was Florona.
That's all. That's all you wanted to say. Before they had a name for it, you was dating her. That's all. You knew her when she was nobody.
Hello, who's this?
It's Ed Bree.
Hey, what's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
From Lexington, Kentucky, man. I'm tired of all this corona, Marion, touch me, dance and stuff, man. With the media outlets going just like college that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting overwhelming.
I think it's funny that all the media outlets is talking like how we was talking a year ago. Now they clowning the CDC. Now they talking about how confused people are. Now they talking about obesity is one of the reasons that, people die of COVID. It's like, we were having these conversations a year ago.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man. I'm tired of it, but y'all keep doing your thing, man. Love the growth. Peace. And bless y'all, man.
Thank you, brother.
Have a good one. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up. Now we got rooms on the way, E?
Yes, and Memphis police have issued an arrest warrant for a suspect in the fatal shooting of young Dolph. We'll give you all the information we know.
All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee. On The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
All right, well, the Memphis Police Department, they have issued a warrant, and that is for the suspect in the fatal shooting of young Dolph. Now, according to reports, the suspect has been identified as Justin Johnson, who is 23 years old. He is wanted in first-degree murder. Right now, they're offering a reward of up to $15,000 for information leading up to his capture. And so you can find all that information if you have any leads. And
they arrested somebody else, too, the 16-year-old kid.
They?
Yeah. They got him first, and then the other dude is on the run.
He's on the run.
Mm-hmm. And that Dolph news hurt my heart yesterday because they really do be the people that's close to you. Like you see all the pictures
of him standing right behind Dolph in the club.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, with his chain on, with the PRE. I guess it was a chain or something, but it's just like folks in your circle who got a front row seat to your success, and that success breeds jealousy and envy and hatred and leads to these kind of events. And you can always feel it. You know who's who. We just don't be wanting to accept it because we don't want to be disappointed.
Right. All right. Well, hopefully they find him and arrest him, and at least the family can have some idea of what happened and some justice. All right. The 2022 Grammy Awards have been postponed, and this is the second year in a row this has happened, and that's because of the COVID-19 surge. They said after careful consideration and analysis with city and state officials, health and safety experts, the artist community, and our many partners, the Recording Academy and CBS has postponed the 64th annual Grammy Awards show. In addition, the Sundance Film Festival, where they would have world premiered Kanye's Netflix documentary Gene Yes, has been affected as well. They did announce that the in-person return of the Sundance Film Festival would be shuttered because of the rising Omicron cases in the area. It was supposed to kick off on January 20th, and now everything is going to be moved entirely online.
I didn't know Kanye had a documentary.
Mm-hmm. They were going to.
Is it authorized? Is it him? Like, did somebody just make one of him?
He's involved in it. So, yes. I can't imagine Kanye allowing somebody to just do something on him either without him being involved. All right, now Whoopi has shared an update after her breakthrough COVID case. She joined The View from home to talk about her health.
I left a couple weeks ago just before the break because somebody I had been around tested positive for coronavirus, so I left. So they sent people to test me, and they tested me, and it was like, oh no, you're not coming back. We're not sending anybody to your house. You have corona. It was a shock because I'm triple vaxxed. I haven't been anywhere. I haven't done anything. But that's the thing about the Omicron. You just don't know where it is.
And she also said it could have been much, much worse, I'm sure, and it wasn't. She said, I'm really lucky, but you can only do what you can do, and whatever your body decides it's going to do is what you have to roll with.
And it's not just Omicron, it's COVID, period, right? Because we hear these stories regardless of what the variant is. You may be vaxxed, boosted, and all of that, but you could still get COVID, and you could still pass COVID to other people.
And you can still get sick.
You still get sick.
Right.
The only reason folks are still shocked is because initially you had the public figures like the President Biden's and Rachel Maddows of the world and a whole host of others saying that if you're vaccinated, you can't spread the virus to other people, which was just false.
All right, now let's also talk about DJ Envy. Now, DJ Envy was trending on Instagram yesterday, and that is because of the comments that he made about selling Tampa versus selling Sunset. He posted the show pictures together, and he said the same person created both these shows. One show sold no homes, none. Kind of embarrassing. The other show sells homes. Anybody else watches these shows? And so I saw people were going off in the comments. So, Envy, you want to explain?
No, it was pretty clear. I mean, there's a producer that produces both those shows. On the White Show, which is Selling Sunset, they show those women selling homes. And it's more about them selling homes. It's about their relationships together as well, but it's more about selling homes. In Selling Tampa, it wasn't the same. They didn't display my sisters is the same, and I just didn't like it. I don't respect it. I feel like they show us in a different light than they show other people, and I thought that was whack. It was more, if you watch Selling Sunset and then you watch Selling Tampa, and shout to the women on Selling Tampa. I love what they're doing. I met a couple of them when I was out in Tampa. It's an all women's black firm. They do their thing, and I wanted to see more of that. And I feel like sometimes producers feel like, no, if we put more beef, if we put more scandalous stuff, if we put more arguments, it'll work better. No, but those sisters are really selling properties. Like, they're really doing well. And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the same thing when you saw those white people doing well. I want to see my sisters doing well. And people got upset. Oh, he's going at them. No, I
saw a lot of people saying that they understood what you were saying. But to clarify what the women on the show had to say about it, okay. One woman, Colony Reeves, said, "Thank you, Envy, for posting about our show. I hope you watch it on your own. If you did, you will see some homes were sold. Keep in mind, this is only season 1, and there's only so much that can be put into 30 minutes and 8 episodes. I encourage you all to support us and watch our show for yourselves before making an assumption." And then she said, "I love you, DJ Envy." And then another person, Joanna Colbert, said, "Thank you for watching Selling Tampa and for posting about the show. We welcome you and anyone else who didn't the sales that was on the show to rewatch it. I personally was a part of one sale that was the largest Allure Realty has ever had." And then Sherelle, who is the owner of the brokerage, said, "How about you have me on the Breakfast Club so we can discuss this?"
I wonder if it's because the show with all the white people been on longer.
Yeah, she said you're comparing a season 1 to a season 4 and not understanding the storyline of Selling Tampa. It's a new all-black brokerage that is breaking into the luxury market, so of course they're not going to show all the normal homes we sell. So in other words, they were only showcasing luxury homes.
Yes, a lot of times these producers for season 1, they'll do all the extra stuff. It'll be all the drama and stuff to draw people in.
Bro, I seen season 1 of Selling Sunset from the beginning.
They were selling houses.
Were selling houses. It wasn't. They had these. They had a scene where these women are calling each other bitches. You bitch this, you bitch that, and I'm like, what? They had another scene where one of the women on there, she was showing a home, and the guy was like, "How many bedrooms?" She was like, "I don't know." He was like, "Well, what are the taxes?" She was like, 6,000. And she was like, "Oh, really?" He was like, "Nah, I just made that up. I'm not sure." But you're trying to embarrass them. And I'm like, these women are really selling real estate. Like, they're doing well. Show my women like they show them other women. That's all I said.
Well, I never watched Selling Sunset. I did watch a couple of episodes of Selling Tampa so far, so I'm going to finish it. The good thing is I'm sure you made a lot of people want to watch.
That's great.
I've never watched the show. But if you tell me that they are portraying black people in a negative light and portraying white people in a positive light, I have reason to tend to believe you.
Yeah, and I just don't like that. People get mad because I don't like that. No, I want to see my sisters in the same light.
That don't sound like a reach to me. Huh? That don't sound like a reach.
It's not.
Don't sound far-fetched.
All right, we can talk about it some more because we got to wrap up.
But Shade Room posted it, and I'm surprised, Shade Room, because usually people attack me in Shade Room. But they were like, no, I understand. I watch it, and I see exactly what Envy's talking about. And it's no diss to the ladies. Like I said yesterday, like, I respect what they're doing, but I just hate that. Don't have my sisters looking crazy.
So people can watch
Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh, it's Netflix.
It's Netflix. All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Now we got front page news next. What are we talking about?
Yes, today is January 6th, so we'll tell you what is happening to mark 1 year since that deadly Capitol riot that happened.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Let's go. It's time to wake up. Yeah. It's the Breakfast Club. It's going down.
Angela Yee here, and my friends at the General Insurance give you quality car insurance for less. Check out their affordable rates and flexible payment options by calling 800-GENERAL or visiting thegeneral.com. The General Auto Insurance Services, Inc., an insurance agency, Nashville, Tennessee. Some restrictions apply.
Hey. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. All right, now last night, Kyrie Irving came back. The Brooklyn Nets beat the Indiana Pacers 129-121. He had 22. And shout to Lance Stevenson. Excuse me, Lance.
Oh, my gosh, Envy.
Sexy.
I drink Pellegrino, so it makes me burp a little bit.
It sounded juicy.
All right, what? But Lance Stevenson had 30 points last night. He's on a 10-day contract, so shout out to him, Brooklyn native. Now, what else we got, Yee?
All right, well, today is January 6th. It's been 1 year since the deadly Capitol riot, and there will be some remembrance that are happening in that Capitol building. It'll be a series of events that are just to remember the deadly insurrection. In the morning, Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will deliver remarks from the Capitol Statuary Hall. At noon, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will make a statement and hold a moment of silence on the floor of the House chamber. Members of Congress who were forced to evacuate that day will give testimonials in the afternoon. And in the early evening, lawmakers will gather outside for a prayer vigil.
A year later, and they still investigating. A year later, and they still saying things like, at the end of this investigation, it may result in criminal charges. You know, Merrick Garland says the Justice Department remains committed to holding all January 6 perpetrators at any level accountable under law. I can't tell.
Well, according to the FBI, more than 725 people have been criminally charged in connection with the riot. And so people also feel like, according to a poll that was released this week, 3/4 of Trump voters, which is 75%, falsely believe the 2020 election was rigged and stolen from Donald Trump. And just 9% of those Trump supporters think that Biden won fair and square. But one thing they do agree on is that they are worried about the future of U.S. democracy.
And the crazy part is, you know, these people that are getting arrested, it's not like they're getting these harsh sentences. It's not like they're getting the type of sentences that'll deter somebody from doing it in the future. No politicians have been arrested at all for this situation. So it's like, how serious are people really taking what happened on January 6th last year?
Donald Trump had planned to mark the anniversary with a press conference at Mar-a-Lago where he was going to discuss things and talk about the committee that Pelosi formed to investigate the siege, but he canceled it, and he said he would discuss topics related to the probe at a rally in Arizona later this month. But just to remember, 5 people did die in connection with the January 6th attack. One of them was a Trump supporter who was shot and killed by police as she tried to break into the House chamber. A Capitol police officer who died from a stroke one day after being pepper sprayed during the riot. More than 140 other police officers were injured defending the Capitol, and 4 have since taken their own lives.
You know, that House committee thing is nonsense, because the House panel doesn't even have the authority to pursue criminal charges. They can only provide, you know, what they find out to the Justice Department as evidence. And so it's just like, what is really happening in regards to, you know, the attempted coup that happened last year this time?
All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, well, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Do people care?
Listen, I've been saying this for a year. That's why I like to repeat it so much. Like, there was an attempted coup of this country. People tried to overthrow the results of an election, and it's like, it just came and went.
Yeah, I feel
and
like
a lot of people feel like it could happen again.
It will, guaranteed.
Because nobody cares. Nobody's saying anything. It feels like people care more about the lady from Jeopardy being robbed than the attempted coup.
Why y'all did that to Amy?
Huh?
Why y'all? No, seriously.
Is her name Amy, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Why y'all did that?
Yeah, why y'all robbed Amy?
Let's don't distract me right now, because that really bothered me yesterday, too.
Why did they rob Amy?
Amy, I respect Amy, okay? Salute to Amy. Why y'all did that to Amy? Y'all really think Amy walking around with her Jeopardy winnings?
Y'all see her
on TV, and y'all see she done got over $800,000. You know how easy we got distracted. Go back to the coup.
Do people care?
You just really proved the point.
Because it's like people talk about so many other things.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about it. 800-585-1051. Do people care about the attempted coup?
I mean, we had a president who encouraged people to attack Congress.
And
he still has supporters in power.
And we have an administration now that is not holding those people accountable. We have an administration right now that is not pressing the line on making sure that those people get locked up for what they did on January 6th last year.
All right, so we'll take your call. Let me question. They pulled the hammer out on Amy?
I don't want to.
Just the fact that Trump could even be the Republican nominee and could be president again after this is crazy.
All right. Well,
not only that, the people that are in Congress now that were behind this last year, how could you still work with those people?
All right.
How could you not be pushing the line on those folks?
Let's talk about it. Phone lines are open. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Pull out your phone. Call in right now. You call me. Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Break it down. 800-585-1051. The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club. Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about the attempted coup. All right. It's I guess the 1 year anniversary, if you want to call that. But
1 year ago today, domestic terrorists, Vanilla ISIS, Al Cracker, they stormed the Capitol to try to overturn the results of a fair election.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What's the question? Do you care?
Because it really, but I mean, we've been asking that question for the past year. It never really felt like folks were taking this as serious as they should. There was an attempted coup of this country. Do you know people get killed in other countries for attempted coups? And like, it doesn't feel like anybody's really being held accountable. Like, especially the politicians. Like, you got members of Congress, you got politicians who were in cahoots with this whole situation. And this is why I don't understand this bipartisan nonsense. I don't understand why folks on the left are still, hell bent on working with folks on the right, knowing that some of those folks were behind this. Like, how could you continue to go into a building every single day knowing that somebody in that building tried to line you up? How?
And I feel like a lot of Republicans are really quiet about it. I remember when it first happened, people were like, this is wrong. And now those people are like real super quiet.
I think everybody's real quiet about it. I mean, I'm not saying that they're quiet. Of course they talk about it. You hear these conversations all the time, but this is something that should always be discussed on every morning radio show, every late night talk show. An attempted coup of this country happened a year ago. Think about that. And if you don't punish these people, if the consequences aren't severe, guess what's going to happen in the future? Something worse.
No, and if you remember, they were talking about convicting Donald Trump at that time. And I think they said that was the most bipartisan Senate vote in presidential impeachment history, but it was only 7 Republican senators who voted to convict.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it is in the news, but when I see it in the news, I really feel like I see a lot of people supporting them. Or maybe it's because it's Fox News, but it's so many other things that seem like people stress and worry about more.
I think that movie, Don't Look Up, is a great movie. And the reason I think it's a great movie because it really does show how numb we are to things that are really important. Like, there's this meme going around. I saw D.L. Hughley posted yesterday, and he's right. He said it's not just the Capitol. Folks tried to run the Biden-Harris bus off the road in Texas. In Michigan, they tried to kidnap the governor. We forgot about that.
Yep.
In Oregon, they stormed the legislature with guns drawn. Like, they showing you what time it is.
You know what's big in the news? Kanye and Kim.
Kanye and Kim.
Yep. I mean, Kanye might be doing Coachella, they're saying. Now, I seen a picture of Pete Davidson and Kim coming.
I feel like
vacation.
people got more upset about, and I mean, rightfully, I'm not, I think it all warrants, people being upset, but it's like things that have celebrity attached to them, like Astroworld.
Correct.
If there's a celebrity attached to it, people really, 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 really get upset. But things that really impact and affect your everyday life, it's like, okay, well, keep it moving.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Breakfast Club. This is C'est La Vie.
C'est La Vie, what's up, brother?
That's life.
That's your real name?
Well, my real name is Saquon, but my artist name is C'est La Vie.
Okay.
All right, C'est La Vie. So what are your thoughts, brother?
I truly believe that because it was such a one-sided race thing that it's not so much attention brought on the attempted coup. Had it been us, had it been black folks, Latinos, I think a lot of more people would have died and a lot of more attention would have brought to it.
That's a fact. But, the problem I have is I'm talking about like us as regular everyday people, American citizens who pay taxes. You know, if we know that there was politicians and people in Congress who assisted with this coup, these are the people that make our laws every day. These are the people that vote, you know, for legislation. Shouldn't we be a little bit more outraged and be demanding that, you know, these people are investigated and removed?
Yeah, I agree with you. But how do you go about that when these are the people who make the rules and the laws and set a standard for certain things?
Well,
how do you go about that? Like,
that's the magic question.
Them accountable.
I guess
I would say make sure you go out and vote and don't be discouraged from voting.
No, that's not the answer.
No, I'm telling you right now.
The reason
you cannot not vote.
The reason I say that, and I'm not saying.
I think that's definitely one thing that we need to do.
I'm not telling people not to vote. I'm just telling you that the people that we voted for, they're not even holding those people accountable. They're not even pushing the line for folks to get the consequences that they need so something like this never happens again.
They did try to convict Trump. The problem is that the way that it works in Congress is that there is a system in place. Now, if you want to talk about dismantling the system and doing something different, that's a whole nother conversation. But I do feel like we need to have more representation and we need to make sure that we're involved in that process and know who's representing us.
The House panel does not have the authority to pursue criminal charges, but it can provide the Justice Department with evidence of any wrongdoing it unearths in this investigation. All right. And Merrick Garland says the Justice Department remains committed to holding all January 6 perpetrators at any level accountable under law. I don't see it. I don't see them the way they're talking. I don't see them backing it up with action.
What should happen?
I think that the people that we voted for, those should be the ones raising hell. When that brother asked just now, how do we do that? We do that by raising hell on the ground, but those people in positions of power that are in Congress that we voted for, they should be the ones really pushing the line on holding these folks accountable.
I'll be honest with you, and we'll take some more calls when we come back. 800-585-1051. I think a lot of times when we vote for these people, they don't stand for us, right? You might hate Trump, you might dislike him, but he stands for his people.
Mm-hmm.
He rides for his people, whether you like it or love it. He gonna hold his people down. Whether that's, look, you take this little jail time and then I'll pardon you later on, or I do, like, he rides for his people. Like, let's be honest.
And that's why they always say Republicans fall in line, Democrats fall in love. We fall in love with our candidates, like them for all these other reasons that don't have nothing to do with politics, and then when they don't do nothing, we act surprised.
I mean, we still have to vote, but like, you look at Joe Biden. Joe Biden said all these things he gonna do for HBCUs and all these things he gonna do. And then when you ask him about it, he be like, I still got time. No, you don't, brother.
But that's why I say I'm not pushing back on voting at all. I'm just saying we got to just stop telling people to vote. What are we voting for?
All right.
We got to demand things of these people. That's just a cliche thing people go to. Vote, vote, vote. We did do that. We did that.
800-585-1051. We're talking about the attempted coup on the White House. What are your thoughts? I mean, it seems like nobody cares. Nobody talks about it no more. I mean, people are more concerned about, Kanye and them robbing Amy.
Don't bring up Amy because you're going to make me get distracted because I'm very disappointed in y'all. I cannot believe y'all robbed Amy from Jeopardy, yo. At gunpoint. I'm so disappointed in y'all for that. Let's not get distracted. Don't do that, man.
Goodness gracious. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're asking, of course, the attempted coup. This is the 1-year anniversary. Do people care? Seems like people are talking about so many different things, whether it's Astro Festival, whether it's Antonio Brown, whether it's them bum-ass Cowboys, or whatever it may be. People are talking about so many different things.
And at least 57 people who played a role in storming the Capitol that day last year are running for office in 2022.
That's crazy. Or even like this, you think about it. What's the maximum time somebody got for the attempted coup on the government? What was the maximum
I think it was
time?
It wasn't long. It was like 3 years. Don't quote me on that, but I know it was some months. It was like 36 months or something like that.
Now think about this. The truck driver who said his brakes failed, who wasn't drunk, who hit people accidentally, they gave him 100 years.
And if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me on this, I think the person who got the most time so far in the Capitol Rights is black. I'm not lying. Wow. But I think about people like Mike Neerman, Representative Mike Neerman of Oregon. He actually let protesters into the Capitol. He's a GOP lawmaker.
He let his people in.
Like, come on, man. Think about that. I don't know, bro.
Hello, who's this?
Paige.
Hey, Paige. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing good, good. What are your thoughts? Do you care?
The American people absolutely care what happened on January 6th. Ever since the pandemic, everybody's eyes have been open to what the politicians actually do. Politicians in leadership, they don't move in rights and laws like the rest of us. They move in secrets and favors.
That's right. That's right.
And then pretty much Trump probably has something on everybody, and he knows he has a lot longer list of Epstein's Island probably too.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, Mike Neerman he got 18 months probation.
Hello,
for letting people into the Capitol. He got 18 months probation and 80 hours of community service.
And the brother the Spanish brother who his brakes fell out, he got 100 years.
Lord have mercy.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Jermaine from Baltimore. What's up with y'all, man?
Jermaine from B-More. What's up, brother?
Hey, I was calling in about the attack on the Capitol. I just feel like the black community is we tired of getting emotionally involved when we just gonna get heartbroken with things. Because if the roles was reversed, people be having life in jail. A cop would have shot a black person there, he would have got a medal. You know?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. This is Matt.
Matt, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? I heard y'all talking about that coup, man.
That coup. We talk about that coup. What's up?
Well, I don't particularly agree with why they did it, but all in all, that's all right, man. Like,
An attempted coup. An attempted coup is not your right. You get killed in other countries for attempted coups. What are you talking
People
about?
got killed and died. They tried to crush police officers. They wanted to kill Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
They were chanting, hang the vice president, Mike Pence at the time. What are you talking about? That's not your right. It's a crime.
I'm not agreeing with the particular stuff that happened last year. All I'm saying is that's exactly what we did, like, to lead up to us being our own country. Sometimes it takes stuff like that to throw out tyranny. I'm not agreeing with what particularly happened last year.
They weren't trying to throw out tyranny, though, brother. They were trying to overthrow the results of a fair election. That wasn't. They weren't trying to overthrow tyranny.
All I'm saying, if the situation was different, everybody would understand.
It's a little false narrative going around out here. I don't know about that.
Back to Amy.
Don't do that, man. We do need to have a discussion about Amy, just not right now. I just want to say that, this time last year, an attempted coup in this country happened. There's been plenty of reports that several congressional members were involved, intimately involved in this coup. They've named the representatives from Marjorie Taylor Greene to Mo Brooks to Lauren Boebert to Madison Cawthorn, Louis Gohmert, Paul Gosar, Andy Biggs. And I expect the people who I voted for to hold these individuals accountable, or at least raise hell about it. Right. Can you imagine working in a building where somebody was attempting to have some harm caused to you, and then you still come there and work with that person every day and don't say anything about it?
Well, if you want to see the names of everybody, there's about 600 elected officials who also signed on to an open letter asking Congress not to certify the election results, and also all the protesters.
And this was after.
Yeah, the president, Jessica Post, who's the president of the Democratic Legislative Campaign Committee, has listed all of those names and all the people who have public office that were involved in this January 6th coup of the Capitol and the White House.
And this is after all of that action happened. They still went in there and still tried to, change the results of the election. They still were opposing the results of the election. Our lawmakers. Come on, man.
All right. Well, we got rumors on the way.
Yes, and let's talk about White Castle. Find out what hip-hop artist has partnered up with White Castle for some new spicy, sloppy sliders.
Give me my fart sounds, right? give me my fart sound.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all do know this is going to be a long year, right? It's only it's going to be as long as any other year, but it's January 6th. And it feels like it's been just too much going on since the first.
So what happened with Amy?
Amy
is from Jeopardy. She won like the most amount, like $800,000
ever
something like that?
in the history of Jeopardy.
And they robbed her?
They robbed her, man. Amy Snyder. She got robbed in Oakland at gunpoint.
Do they think she had the 800 in her pocket?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they've been watching Amy on TV and she's been killing. And I think she's got over 800 grand, like you said. And I think that they think she's walking around with these earnings in her pocket. Why would you rob Amy Snyder at gunpoint? I'm telling y'all, when we be trying to tell y'all to stay safe, and we telling y'all how, people out here just trying to survive and how ugly it is out here. This is just more proof of that.
So they knew who she was? They knew it was her?
Yeah, they said she was just on TV or something like that the day before.
I didn't see this.
On local news or something.
I just saw that she got robbed. I saw the headline, but I didn't see the whole story.
They pulled a gun out on Amy? They didn't have to pull out a gun on Amy.
I rock with Amy. I got put on to Amy because I was an answer on Jeopardy, and she got it right. Okay? But the fact that y'all think that she's walking around with 800-something thousand, I know that's what some of y'all was thinking. I know it. I know y'all thought she was walking around with this $800,000 and y'all ran up on her with the guns asking her where the money is. I know you did.
Give me that money.
I know, man.
She pull out 40.
Like, what is you talking about?
My goodness.
Come on, man.
You check my Powerball tickets, man. I'm leaving this place.
You robbed Amy Snyder.
All right.
The Jeopardy winner.
Poor Amy.
At gunpoint. In Oakland. Come on, man.
All right, well. We got rumors coming up, E?
Yes, and let's talk about the Super Bowl halftime show. You all know, or should know by now, those artists that perform do not get paid for it. But what happens if things get canceled because of COVID?
They better not cancel it this year. No way. All right, we'll talk about it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Shout out to Young Thug. I seen on Instagram yesterday, he seen somebody with a dead battery. He pulled over and
gave him a jump start.
Gave him a jump
That's
start.
Nice. I don't even know. Do I know how to do that? You got to make sure you put the positive and the negative on the right side of the battery.
I definitely know how to jump it back.
You got to make sure you have cables first.
You got to have the cables.
That's the first thing.
I feel like my car, you can't jump start. You're not supposed. Like certain cars, you're not supposed to do that too.
Nah, you can do that to any car. Oh. They say that, but you're not. But anyway, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk the Super Bowl.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, this year's Super Bowl halftime show was supposed to be one of the most amazing ones yet. But what they're saying is that perhaps, COVID could somehow kill the show. Now, Dr. Dre has been footing the bill. It's going to include Eminem, Snoop, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige. And so he's paying most of the money necessary to make sure it's the most amazing halftime show ever. Clearly, he has the money. But he does have cancellation insurance just in case the event has to get canceled. But there is an exclusion for COVID.
If you can do the game, you can do the show.
I agree.
Like, stop. Like, knock it off.
Did I see they were looking for another venue?
Yeah, they said they allegedly reached out to Charlamagne's team over there in their stadium, see if they could possibly use their stadium just in case there's problems in L.A.
Well, we'll be in there this year, all right, playing in that game as well. Okay.
Is that likely?
So,
I don't know.
More than, it'd be great if it's a home game for our Cowboys and we're in the Super Bowl this year.
All right, well, the Super Bowl is set for February 13th, so if they're not able to do this in L.A. because of COVID protocol, who knows?
If they can do the game, they can do the halftime.
Absolutely.
All right, now, I'm sure you guys aren't going to know about this, but I don't know if anybody watches And Just Like That, which is the Sex and the City. It's the episodes of Sex and the City, like after everything that just happened, that's on HBO Max. And Chris Noth, who is Mr. Big on the show, well, he just got dumped from the finale of the show, and that's because of the allegations against him. He's denied allegations of sexual assault from multiple women, but because a lot of things have been happening and more women have been coming forward, they've just decided to take him out of the finale. So they said it's not a huge scene. It's not one integral to Carrie's story. She can get where she needs to get just as well without it, which is good because she's going to have to do that.
But that's Mr. Big, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he died during the first
Yeah, that's
episode.
why I don't know what they had planned for maybe it was like a flashback.
scene?
Who knows? But yeah, he did die, and that's not a spoiler because there was a whole thing with Peloton. He was on the Peloton and had a heart attack. She came home and found him dead and was devastated. All right, Jake Paul. He is Sports Illustrated 2021 Breakout Boxer of the Year.
That's funny.
It's not funny. It's actually disrespectful to the sport of boxing.
That's funny.
But what would we expect from the world that we live in now? Because Sports Illustrated cares about clicks.
Yeah, they said he packed arenas in Ohio and Florida. He has 3 wins, 2 by knockout, 1 by spectacular knockout. They said he's generated more pay-per-view buys this year than any non-heavyweight not named Canelo. He has got his social media following on YouTube, Instagram, and on TikTok to create an army of boxing fans that never existed before. So they said that's why it's not for his potential, but for what he already is.
And what is the title again?
Breakout Boxer of the Year.
All right, I guess, but he hasn't really. See, my only problem with Jake Paul is he has not fought a real boxer yet. When you get into the ring with a real boxer, then we'll know if he's a real boxer. He's knocked out a basketball player and MMA fighters, and it's like you have not gotten the ring with a real boxer yet. But I don't know. I guess it's boxing. I don't know.
I guess it's about him bringing a new audience. I don't know.
It's not boxing though. I want to see getting there with a real boxer if you're a boxer. That's all. And it could be a Golden Glove. It could be an amateur. Like just getting there with a real boxer, somebody who actually does that.
All right, and let's talk about Fat Joe. He has announced that he is doing some burgers with White Castle. Here's what he said.
Hey, yo, what's up, y'all? This is Fat Joe. In case you've been under a rock, I'm from the Bronx. The month of January is no longer January. It is called Joe-Nuary. Thanks to White Castle, everything Joe is going to fly around here. We have the Sloppy Joe, the Smoky Joe, and of course, the Spicy Joe. It takes some onion rings, clam strips, and sliders with them. I'm here to destroy your New Year's resolution. Joe-Nuary, White Castle, everything Joe.
Hey, man.
You want to destroy our New Year's resolutions already, Joe?
I love it, Joe.
Fat Joe hasn't been Fat Joe in a while.
Go, Joey.
Okay, but it sounds like he's going back to fat if he keeps that up. All right.
So you don't want to
drop on the clues bombs with Joey Crack.
You wouldn't do the Spicy Joe sliders or the Sloppy Joe sliders or the Sloppy fries?
To really make this evolution complete, you got to start calling yourself Joey Snacks, though. Can't be Joey Crack no
He's not
more.
calling himself Joey Snacks. And I can imagine what that check was. But
Joe Snacks.
Once every couple of months, I got to stop by White Castle. I don't know if y'all do.
Nah.
Everyone's the one that's right through the Lincoln Tunnel, right on the right hand side.
I do like the.
I stopped through there.
I do like the frozen ones though in the grocery store.
I did have a bad White Castle incident once. I only ever had White Castle once in my life.
Listen, White Castle is one of them things like McDonald's. We know it slaps, all right, but we also know. Okay.
Do they have plant-based burgers at White Castle yet?
I actually think they do.
They got plant-based burgers.
Yeah, I think they do. I do the double cheese. I do the double cheese, ketchup only, no onions, and pickles.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
And every once in a while, I get the chicken rings. Y'all only like the chicken rings? All right.
I only ever been there once.
Then what happened? What was so bad about it?
Let's just say for 3 days.
White Castle. McDonald's is billions and billions served. White Castle is billions the toilets clogged.
But maybe I would try their veggie slider. It's made of carrots, zucchini, peas, spinach, and broccoli.
Yo, stop it, man. Shout out to Joey Crack. Who you giving your
Joey
donkey
Snacks.
to, man?
Joey Snack. All right.
Who you giving your donkey to, man?
4 after the hour is going to two people, man. Two individuals who people take things too far. I'm all for people being passionate at their kids' games and stuff like that, but these people went too far. We'll discuss 4 after the hour.
Yeah, all right. We'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Let's go. It's time to wake up. Yeah. It's The Breakfast Club. It's going down.
Angela Yee here, and my friends at the General Insurance give you quality car insurance for less. Check out their affordable rates and flexible payment options by calling 800-GENERAL or visiting thegeneral.com. The General Auto Insurance Services, Inc., an insurance agency, Nashville, Tennessee. Some restrictions apply.
This don't be a donkey, because right now you want some real donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day. So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the heat.
Did she get donkey today? Please tell me.
Absolutely. I have become donkey of the day.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You're a donkey.
Yes, donkey of the day for Thursday, January 6th goes to two individuals who should never be allowed at high school basketball games ever again, simply because they don't know how to act. All right, those two individuals are Tennessee State Representative Jeremy Faison. Is it Faison, Eddie? Faison, okay, and Mark McLaughlin. All right, who's 31 years old. He's from Seattle, Washington. Now, salute to all the basketball dads and basketball moms out there. Dropping the clues bombs for all the basketball dads, basketball moms. I love watching how active you are in your kids' lives. I love watching y'all turn up at games, but some of y'all go too far. All right, and these are two examples of folks who went too far. First, Mark McLaughlin, 31 years old. He pled not guilty to a let me say that again. He pled not guilty to a felony second-degree assault after he was accused last month of storming the basketball court while his son was playing during a middle school game. All right. Just for the record, I want y'all to know that Mark is 6'6" and 200 pounds. And the referee he charged was 72 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's go to KOMO News for the report, please.
Now, this parent is 31-year-old.
No, that's the wrong one. Go.
McLaughlin, who was arraigned today on one count of second-degree assault, which is a felony. He pleaded not guilty. McLaughlin allegedly runs down from the stands during his son's basketball game and knocks down the 72-year-old referee at Kenmore Middle School. McLaughlin was heard saying, "No one touches my son," as he rushed the court, causing the ref to fall face first onto the floor. Now, this is the aftermath of the ref's injuries. Again, a broken nose, cheekbone, and 2 busted ribs. The referee told me he never touched McLaughlin's son and was simply there to help break up an argument between the kids on the court. Prosecutors say McLaughlin is clearly unable to keep his temper under control,
you think?
Even in a room full of children and parents at a school basketball game.
Mark is 6'6", 200 pounds, and pushed a 72-year-old referee from the back. All right? Okay? 72-year-old referee got a broken nose, 2 fractured ribs, and injuries to his face. Mark, my man, bro. I'm simply asking one question, and I'm going to be asking this question all 2022. It's a question that Jadakiss asked in 2004, and that question is why? Why? All right, I'm with you wilding. I'm with you wilding over your kids, Mark. I'm with you. I'm wilding over my kids, too. No one touches my daughter, but, sir, it's basketball, and he used to play basketball. Intentional fouls are part of the game, okay? How can you teach your child to remain calm and cool under pressure and not lose his head when you can't? All right, this isn't one of those don't do as I do as I say situations. You set a bad example, and you didn't even put hands on the right person. You don't push the referee down in a situation like that. All right, you find out who the kid's daddy is that fouled your kid, and you push him down.
No, you don't. You don't push nobody down. What's wrong with you?
You're right. Now, let's get to Tennessee lawmaker Representative Jeremy Faison. All right, he's 45 years old. He was watching his son play when he got upset with a call. Let's go to CBS 8 for the report, please.
An East Tennessee representative was removed from a basketball game Tuesday night over at Providence Academy. Jeremy Faison represents parts of Cock, Greene, and Jefferson counties. When he was attending the basketball game, he got frustrated at an official and tried to pants the referee. He later tweeted out in a statement saying, "I acted a fool," and he hopes to make it right. He said in a statement as well that he intended to fight that official and wanted him to fight back. That never happened, and Jeremy Faison was indeed removed from the basketball game.
Jeremy Faison stormed onto the court, argued with the ref, and grabbed the referee's pants leg and tried to pull the ref's pants off. Representative Jeremy Faison, he's been the House Republican Caucus Chair since 2019. He represents Tennessee's 11th District. They did talk about the statement a little bit in the news report, but I want to read you this statement in full. This statement is good. He released it on social media. Verbatim, he says, "I acted the fool tonight and lost my temper on a ref. I was wanting him to fight me, totally lost my junk and got booted from the gym. I hope to find the ref and ask for his forgiveness. I was bad wrong." End quote. That's verbatim, by the way. Now, let me tell you what I think happened here. This is Lenard McKelvey talking, your Uncle Shala. But I believe Jeremy Faison didn't like the call. He rushed the ref, and in the midst of the argument with the ref invited Jeremy Faison to his private parts. I think the ref told Jeremy to suck my D, and Jeremy said, "Don't you threaten me with a good time," and he went to pulling the ref's pants down to oblige him in his request. That's what I think. All right, the moral of the story is some folks just go too far. I'm all for parents riding for their kids, but we can all agree both of them went too far, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's play a game. Guess what race it is? All right. Now, we got Mark McLaughlin, 31 years old. Didn't like that his child got intentionally fouled on the basketball court, ran out there, pushed the referee down from the back. Referee was 72 years old. Referee broke his nose, fractured ribs, injuries to his face. Guess what race he is?
White.
Okay.
Why do you say that?
I think a lot more white people play the pull your pants down game than black people.
No, that wasn't the pull your pants down guy. That was the guy who pushed the referee from the back.
I still think white.
Okay.
Even though I ran on the court one time.
That's why I was going to say Dominican. Because it sounds like something you would do.
Okay.
But I wouldn't push the ref. I wouldn't push a 75-year-old. I don't know the first one. I don't know the first one.
So Envy says white, Angela Yee says Dominican. I'm going to be honest with you. Y'all might have to meet in the middle because he looks very miscellaneous in the face to me. I don't know what this man is. Eddie, what is Mark McLaughlin? He's white? Eddie says he's white, okay?
The only thing that made me think that was his last name.
McLaughlin?
It sounds like McLovin, kind of.
Okay. Now let's do Jeremy Faison. Representative Jeremy Faison. He represents Tennessee's 11th District. He's been the House Republican Caucus Chair since 2019.
White.
Listen, hold on. He ran out on the court because he didn't like the call. I believe the ref told him to suck my D, and so he went to pulling the ref's pants down to oblige him. Angela
I said
Yee?
mine.
Okay. Angela Yee says white. Envy, what do you say?
White.
Okay.
Again, white people play the pull your pants down game. I don't know too many brothers that do that.
That's right. You tell a white man, suck your D.
He might do it.
It might happen. You better be very careful. I'm not generalizing all white men. I'm just telling you, don't threaten them with a good time is all I'm saying. Okay? Envy, Angela, y'all both are correct.
Let me ask you a question.
So please,
I didn't even need to know the story.
Let's give Representative Jeremy Faison and Mark McLaughlin the biggest hee-haw. I'll let Remy Ma get in the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. You dumb.
Now, if it wasn't in Tennessee and it was Atlanta, would you still think white?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Republican.
Yeah,
chair of
the
the
Republican chair thing. Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day.
And the way his statement read.
No, you read like that.
No, I did not. That's how it's written. I acted the fool tonight and lost my temper on the ref. I was wanting him to fight me. Totally lost my junk and got booted from the gym. I hope to find the ref and ask for his forgiveness. I was bad wrong. That's how he wrote it.
That's how he wrote it?
I read it exactly how he wrote it.
All right.
It's Googleable.
It's Googleable?
Okay.
All right. Well, up next, Ask Yee. 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, call Angela right now. Call her now. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
What you want to know? Baby mama issues? Need some words of wisdom? Call up now for Ask Yee. 800-585-1051. The Breakfast Club.
Tomorrow.
Come on. Need relationship advice? Need personal advice? Just need real advice. Call up now for Ask Yee. Keep it real.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is Tanya.
Hey, Tanya. What's your question for Yee?
All right, Yee. So I pretty much have an issue with my baby daddy. I feel like he suffers from real mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of affects our kids. So he takes like mental breaks in between time away from the kids. And I feel like now that we have like a 6-year-old and we have a 2-year-old as well, and I'm seeing how it's affecting them.
Right.
I don't know how to help him at all. And I want to help him because I do love him. We're not together because I understand that us being together is creating issues. It's like a barrier for him. Like, he don't know how to handle me. He don't know how to speak for me.
Has he been diagnosed with anything?
Apparently he has when he was younger.
Okay, what is it?
I don't know. He never told me, and for some reason he's in denial now. You know, he's not trying to talk about it anymore.
Right.
He don't want that label.
Okay, so he doesn't want to seek help right now, but instead he just gives himself a mental break, which means not being consistent about seeing his children.
Yes.
And what is his family saying?
They're saying that he does suffer from an issue, but then it's another side of the family that's supporting him not doing nothing for the kids and supporting him not seeing the kids because they know that if he's around the kids, it's going to... I feel like it's because they know that if he's around the kids, it's going to be an issue.
Okay.
Like, it's consistent. It's very inconsistent. And on top of that, when he's around, it's like my kids just don't feel safe.
Ooh, and if safety is an issue, then, because I feel like what I'm hearing from all this is you love him, but y'all can't be together. He has some things that he needs to deal with, and it doesn't seem like he wants to voluntarily go in and try to see if he needs to get medication, if he needs therapy. Instead, he's trying to handle it himself when really he needs professional help.
Right.
So I will say, because the kids are the priority, you need to make sure that they're taken care of. And when I say that, you see it's affecting them. Are they speaking to anyone?
I have my 6-year-old in therapy because I noticed how it's affecting his behavior. And I see how it's affecting him in school as well.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to have to communicate with them on a constant basis, have them in therapy. I love how proactive you are in making sure that you've done that and that you've identified these issues already, and explain, look, Daddy has some things that he's dealing with that doesn't have anything to do with you. And, it is affecting him, but you just have to make sure you just ingrain that in your children so they know that it's not them and it's some help that their dad needs to get. And I love the fact that you're doing the therapy, you're doing what you can, giving as much love as you can. But I do feel like when he does get the kids and you say they're concerned about safety and all of those things, do you leave them with him alone?
I mean, when I say safety, I'm talking about emotionally and mentally. Okay. So, he obviously we come from New York, so a lot of people are homophobes here. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be like little things that my son does because my son is around me all of the time that he'll probably feel like, oh, that's girly. I'm mother technically that lets my son do what he wants because I feel like not do what he wants, but be open, be free. If that's who you are, that's who you are. Accept it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's mentally and emotionally draining. My son can be himself around his father.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what if you suggest to him, look, I want to make sure that we can take care of our kids together better. How about we both go and figure out what we can do to make sure that we're the best parents we can be? You think he would do that?
I did that.
Okay.
And he'll be with it for a little bit, and then he'll stop going to therapy. He don't want to do anything else. Like, he'll just go missing because he feels like he can't deal with me. I guess because he feels like I'm a little bit smarter than him. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm more intellect.
Right. I mean, the best thing is if you guys can pursue help as a family together, but if he's not willing to do that, all you can do is what you can control. And all you can control is how you raise your kids and how you get them the help that they need so that they can understand this is not because of us. This is because of something that our father is doing that he can't even perhaps help himself with until he's ready to do that. So just keep them as safe as you can, as healthy, as protected as you can, which you have been doing. And just, I don't know what more you can do, because if he's not willing to seek the help that he needs, all you can do is help your kids and support them.
I agree. And also my mental health as well.
Yeah, take care of yourself, because right now you're the backbone. And, even if his family can be helpful in any way, and you can keep those lines of communication open so it's a whole system of support, and so that they can make sure that, they're supportive of what you have to go through also, I think that's a benefit too.
Hey, how many of y'all in your house, Queen?
It's me and my 3 kids.
I'm going to send y'all a copy of The Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health by Dr. Rita Walker. It's a great read. I recommend it to everybody. I'm going to send a copy for you and all your kids, okay? You say you and 3, right?
Yes.
Done. I'm going to put you on hold, and Eddie going to get your address. We're going to mail them out.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Hold on, okay?
Okay.
Ask Yee, 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice, call her now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Get some real advice with Angela Yee. It's Ask Yee.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. It's time. Well, we're in the middle of Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
This is Maisha.
Hey, Maisha. What's your question for Yeezy?
Okay, so my question is, how do you emotionally detach from somebody you don't go with, but y'all be with each other every single day, but y'all don't go together?
Well, why are you with him every day?
We're supposed to be being friends.
So you're friends with your ex?
Yes.
Well, how are you planning to get over it if you're with him every day?
That's what I want to know. I can't. And then they be looking at me crazy when I feel some type of way about everything.
Well, I'm confused. So why aren't you with him if that's who you're attached to and want to be with?
It just don't work out. We argue every day.
So this sounds like you're stuck in something because it's what you're used to, even though it's not a healthy relationship.
Yes.
So why don't you stop being around him?
Because we're supposed to be co-parenting with the baby.
You can co-parent and not be around each other every day. You can have your child when you have your child, and he can have the child when he does.
It's not like that because it's a girl and she just loves my baby. I don't know what to do.
Okay. Oh, wait. So your ex is a woman?
Yes.
Okay. So is your child together?
No. It's my child with my baby father.
Okay. So do y'all live together?
No.
Why did you pause like that?
Because we don't. We used to.
Okay. But so you don't live together, but she's just over there every day?
Yes.
You think it's healthy for you to be with around somebody every day and have them around your child if you're not with them and don't want to be with them and are arguing all the time and your child has to see that?
Well, we don't argue in front of her, but we do argue. But it's like, I don't know. I just don't know how to separate the two.
You know, I feel like everything I tell you, you're trying to justify why you can't be away from this person. It feels like you don't want to be.
It's like I do, but I don't. I'm confused. It's so confusing, but I don't want to be with her, but I want to be her friend, but it's hard to separate the two.
I feel like this. There's times that I could really like a person as a person, but know they're not the person for me. And knowing that, I want them to move on because I care about them enough that I want them to find happiness one day, and I want me to find happiness one day. And I've been in that situation where what I did was I had to completely cut it off cold turkey. And then a couple of years later, we ended up being cool again, you know, on some cordial stuff, but never, ever being around each other like that. Because truthfully, it's too hard to separate the emotions with somebody that you still care about. You're not sure if you want to be with them. And if you spend some time apart, maybe things will change and you guys will get back together in a stronger way. But right now, it feels like you guys are stuck in a rut and in a cycle that's not changing and not getting better. And so in order for you to perhaps move on or figure out what it is that you want to do, you might need to take some time.
Okay, I'll do it.
Because, you know, you can always change your mind.
You can always change your mind. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Or you could always find something better.
That's true, too.
You know, so I think if you want to do what's best for you and you know that this person is not what's best for you, then you have to live by that. You can't just say something and do the opposite.
You're right. I'm going to take your advice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
All right. Ask Ye, 800-585-1051. We got rumors on the way now?
Yes, and we are going to talk about Megan Good. She was on The Real, so you can find out what she had to say about this last year as we found out that she was getting divorced.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Antonio Brown.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Antonio Brown released a statement letting people know what was really going on when he left the field with the Bucs. Now, he said, I know we were losing to the Jets, and that was frustrating for all of us, but I could not make football plays on that ankle. Yes, I walked off the field, but there's a major difference between launching from the line and taking hits compared to jogging off the field with a rush of emotions going through your mind. I am reflecting on my reaction, but there was a trigger. And he goes on to talk about an MRI that he had that showed that he had a really bad ankle injury and could not play and was in pain and could not walk on that. He said, you can see the bone bulging from the outside, but that must and can be repaired. The MRI has been read by 2 top orthopedic surgeons in New York City. And he said he already had scheduled a surgery. The Bucs ordered me under penalty of discipline and with a few hours' notice to show up to a more junior doctor for another opinion. What a joke. Then he went on and released some messages between him and Bruce Arlen's the head coach. Now, Bruce Arlen said, this is BA. Make sure you're ready to go tomorrow. We are not resting for the playoffs. Call me. And he responded, I'm all in, coach. Really can't get to the full speed. I want to win. Be there. If I wake up tomorrow, I feel better. I'll be ready. Kind of rolled it outside on 2-point play. I want what's best for the team. Let me know when you're free. I'll call you. And he sent a picture of his ankle being worked on. And then the coach said, come see me in the morning. We'll talk it out. Definitely want you with us in case you're ready.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw him leave the game, you know, on Sunday, all I thought to myself was, you know, he wasn't happy with something. And he made a choice. That don't make someone, you know, crazy or nuts or whatever people was trying to say. Like, you know, I'm always encouraging folks to invest in their mental wealth. So if the brother needs help in that department, go get it. But that didn't look like a person having a mental meltdown to me. He just looked like he was fed up with whatever it was. And now we know what the whatever was.
Right. So there you have it. So there were rumors that he did have an ankle injury. Then they said that wasn't true. But apparently he had a really, really bad injury. And he said they forced him to play injured and then tried to cover it up.
Didn't he release text messages from the coach
I just
too,
read
right?
it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just read him. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, I just read the text messages.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Megan Good was on The Real, and she reflected on personal transitions amidst her divorce from Devon Franklin. Here is what she had to say about getting through it.
Leading up to 40 and coming out of the pandemic, it was like, okay, I'm going to take a beat for myself. I stopped drinking back in April. So I didn't drink for April, May, June, July, August.
Ooh,
and
girl.
End of August, I think it was. Yeah. I was like, let me just take a beat because I wanted to just really focus on therapy and dive into some things that that I experienced in the past I haven't spoken about publicly yet.
All right, girl. Well, take your time. Do what you need to do for yourself. And then speaking of divorce, Scotty and Larsa Pippen have finalized their divorce after 3 years. It's been some time.
Yeah, that seemed like it was a long time.
I didn't know they were still married, but it has finally been finalized after years of back and forth. So it was finalized December 15th. All issues were resolved amicably, and they're now focused on co-parenting their remaining minor children. All right, Kanye West and Billie Eilish are reportedly going to headline Coachella for 2022. Now that Travis Scott is no longer a headliner, that is who is reportedly going to be filling in. And that's all because of Travis Scott's exit. All right, Young Boy Never Broke Again has shared a new song and video for Fish Scale. Here is that song.
Coming through on my sale. What you want, we sell. We got verses, special hitters, get them bodies out of here. Bobby 7, got it hard and bought that shit on like the scale.
All right, he also said that he does have a new mixtape that's coming out in less than 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And Dwayne Johnson has 3 films in Netflix's top 10. So those 3 movies, Red Notice and Hobbs and Shaw, which is the Fast and Furious spinoff, which he said has the highest audience score of all time for any Fast and Furious movie, and 2012's Journey to the Mysterious Island. Here's what he had to say.
Just had to pause my workout for a second because, man, I just got some news that I have to share with you guys because it's because of you that any of this is even possible. I just got a call from Netflix, and they told me that I may have achieved something that is very rare and possibly something that no one else has ever achieved before in Hollywood. This is crazy. The top 10 movies in the world on Netflix, 3 of those movies belong to me. I'm a lucky son of a bitch. Thank you guys so much.
I wonder how often The Rock says that.
Every day.
I'm sure a lot.
No, I'm talking
Few
about
times.
him saying I have to pause my workout.
Oh.
Because every time he does a video, he's in the damn gym. Like The Rock's muscles got muscles.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
So when does he have time to shoot movies? He's always in the gym.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Yee. Now, up next is the People's Choice Mix. Get your request in 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up.
Get up, wake up. You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's DJ Envy here. It's all fun and games till someone screenshots your message. Say goodbye to morning after guilt with Dat Chat. This new encrypted social platform can help you stay truly private. No screenshots, recordings, or leaked messages. Get Dat Chat for iPhone and Android at the App Store or find it at datchat.com/envy.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, again, shout out to Selling Tampa. The ladies are Selling Tampa. Yesterday, I know I was trending for something that people thought and assumed, and people just want to cancel you and attack you, and they don't even know what they're talking about. But what I said yesterday is I watch all the real estate shows that come on Netflix, whether it's OWN. I know there's Sell Atlanta is coming out Friday. I'm looking forward to that. I just love real estate. I love looking at homes. I love seeing the profits that people make. I'm into real estate. So I was watching Sell It Tampa, whatever the name of it is, and the same person that does that does Sell It Sunset. And Sell It Sunset is white people, they a white brokerage, and it looks a lot better. They talk about a lot of the things that they do. They sell homes on there, and I don't feel like producers did the same for Sell It Tampa, which is an African American firm, an all female black firm, which I think is dope. And they sell a lot of properties. They do a lot of business in Tampa. I love Tampa. Shout out to 7th and Grove, but I just feel like the producers didn't show those women in the same light that they showed the other women on the white show, and I was upset about that. And people are like, you're attacking them. No, I'm not attacking them. I just don't like that. Show my sisters the same way as you show the white women. That's all I'm asking.
People really got mad at you for that?
Yeah.
Well,
I think because if you read it, it's like, they got a little defensive because they're on the show and you said it was embarrassing. So they probably took that word and took that to heart when really it for the producers, the editing or whatever it is that they do. You didn't like that part of it.
But I explained it several times, but it was what it was. I see Shade Room, even they changed their caption to me saying what it was, and I think everybody got it, but it is. But I mean, we just need to make sure when producers do our shows, they put us on the same light as they put everybody else.
We need to produce our own shows. We need to go with
thing.
Producers that really care about us and look like us.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
But you know what, though? We're saying that, but the truth to the matter is, even when we do produce our own shows, we people want to do what they feel like sells. They want to do what's going to garner attention. I think the consumer, should demand better. If consumers watch those shows with us, you know what I mean? The same way they watch those shows with others without the drama. And let's not act like there's not drama on them white shows too. There is. Especially reality.
Yeah,
reality TV is just a drama-driven business.
I saw people talking about the drama because I've never seen Selling Sunset.
There's drama on every show.
Absolutely. Reality TV is a drama-driven business.
Drama as much as they did on Selling Tampa.
Now, I agree with you on that. I've never watched that franchise, but if the show is about selling houses, I want to see them selling houses.
Right.
There's no reason to have
Just
drama.
like they would say on Black Ink, we want to see them doing tattoos.
Right. But the thing was with the sisters is what bothered me is they have two shows on air. They have a white show that I'm sure that they do for white people and they do shows for us, but it's not the same show. It's like I'm watching a show and one of the sisters didn't know much about the house. She didn't do her homework right, which happens. It happens in every business. But why did they play her like that? Why did they put it on TV like that? Then they calling each other bitches in an argument. I'm like, it's just certain things that I felt like they were sliding more for the drama and less for the actual show of selling real estate. And these sisters are out there selling real estate. That's what upset me.
Now, I saw the first 2 episodes, so that's all I've seen so far. And there were some interesting things in there. I did see, it starts off with them in a nice, beautiful, big house. I didn't know Tampa that well, so I did see, and they are focused on luxury real estate. So they said they sell normal homes, but because the show is focused on luxury, that's what they show more. And they're trying to break into a market that normally they wouldn't be in. It's an all-black women's brokerage in Tampa selling luxury real estate. So that's already a lot of things against you. I get it. We would like a better portrayal.
But it's like one of those things. If you look at the show and you see one of the women on the show and she's trying to sell a home and the guy says how many bedrooms, she doesn't know. And then she has, well how much the taxes, she doesn't know. Then the guy says, well, you have a dock in the back. What size boat can I fit? She doesn't know.
I didn't see that particular one.
Yes, I think episode 4. So now if you display that for your firm and the TV puts that out there, if I'm selling my crib, would I want to go through them to sell my crib because I feel like they're not prepared? But me knowing and seeing them sisters, they are prepared. They do it well. They do good business. So why did I feel like why the producers put that part out there?
Yeah,
maybe it's the network too, though, because I mean, like you know, okay, exactly. So when you watch something like HGTV, right? Mm-hmm. Like House Hunters, you can watch House Hunters all day. Ain't no drama on House Hunters.
Right.
They just showing you dope houses. They're showing you how much the houses cost. You're just watching a show. Maybe it's the network. Maybe it's because they know your attention. If you're watching Netflix, you're gonna want some drama.
But
you're gonna want some nonsense.
$1 Million listing. They sell
$1 million
properties,
listing.
but
Yeah.
there's drama in it. But they sell. It's about selling properties.
Like they definitely sell a house in every episode of $1 Million Listing.
Houses.
Yeah, they sell houses in every episode. But I was thinking about even for showing a home, sometimes if the whole brokerage is able to sell homes and people get their, they get their fee also. Sometimes you might ask someone, I didn't see the episode, so I don't know, to show a home for you because you're not available to do it. And they might, I don't know that, but you're right. You should definitely know all the information. Question.
The moral of the story is you just don't like the depiction of the sisters versus the white people.
Absolutely.
Simple as that.
But I watched it because they were black. So, that's what made me even watch it because it kept showing up on my Netflix. It would show up on the homepage of my Netflix.
And I ain't gonna lie, this is the biggest press that show has got, and I love the fact that we can talk about a show, and hopefully people get to watch it, and hopefully they come up here and talk about it. Like I said, I met a couple of those sisters when I was in Tampa. I love Tampa, but I just want them to depict our sisters the same way as they depict them white women. Mm-hmm. That's all.
And I saw they sold a house to the founder of Mayel, and I used those hair products, so that was dope.
Okay.
Is it the biggest press though? That's the biggest press they got?
Yeah. You didn't hear about the show. Most people didn't even hear about the show.
It shows up on my Netflix on the homepage. I heard
about it. Well, I mean, one of the women had a baby from Chad Johnson, so I saw that. That's when I saw the name. So. I mean, I just saw it. I just saw it say selling. It said selling Tampa Star had a baby with.
And she owns the brokerage.
And
I just knew. I just knew. What's her name? What's the sister name?
Sharina?
Nah, it ain't Sharina. It's just Sherelle.
It's Sherelle.
Mm-hmm.
Sherelle.
I saw that on the blog.
Shout out to Sherelle. She said she wants to come up here. So
okay, let's have her.
I gave her the producer's information so we can set that up. All right. Well, when we come back, positive note is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, you guys have a great day today. Wear your mask. And Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
Yeah, first I want to salute Ingrid Newkirk, president of PETA. Salute to Ingrid. Thank you, Ingrid. I received the gift that you sent. I received your note. She sent me a leather wallet. Really? Ironically, I don't know. I don't know if the wallet's made of leather or not, but it's a wallet from Wu-Tang. I think RZA has a line of wallets or something, and she sent them to me. So
she sent you a leather wallet.
So thank you, Ingrid.
No, it's not a leather wallet.
I don't know if it's leather, but it's definitely a wallet. But thank you, Ingrid. I appreciate the gift, and I appreciate your note. And I love the PETA people, and I think y'all are hilarious. And I'll stop giving y'all such a hard time. Okay.
That's a lie, but leave it to the positive note.
The positive note is simply this, man. Stop giving energy to the things you don't want.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?